Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Create Your Own Reality podcast, where we share stories and practical tips to help you level up your mindset, reconnect with your purpose, and boost your confidence. If this is your first time listening to the show, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're able to take something from this episode to turn your day from good to great. Let's get into it. Last week, we discussed how important it is to identify your core values, especially if you're in a place in your life where you're feeling a little lost. Today, we're going to dive deeper into the third question we asked ourselves last week. When do I feel happiest or most like myself? I'm sure some of you were able to find the answer to this question, if not immediately, at least within a few minutes of thinking. I also know there are others of you who weren't able to easily identify the answer for yourself. Before we move forward any further, I want to address something. Both of these are valid. I don't want you to feel down or discouraged if you weren't able to answer that question. We're going to dive into some ways to change that. The first way to figure out what makes you happiest or feel most like yourself is to look back through your camera roll. If you're like me, specifically the favorites in your camera roll, because those will be highlights and moments you wanted to remember. By taking a look back at your memories, you may see moments that you completely forgot about, then instantly be reminded of how happy you were in those moments. This can be a great exercise to do every once in a while, whether that be once a month, once a quarter, or even just once a year. Whichever time frame seems most appropriate for you, I encourage you to set a reminder in your phone to take the time and go through your memories. From those memories, you are bound to find at least a few things that made you truly happy. Another thing you could do to help identify when you feel happiest or most like yourself is journaling. This could piggyback off the first idea or be a completely separate exercise. When journaling about this, I would encourage you to be in a comfortable space. Maybe play your favorite music and light your favorite candle. Those things alone can help spark some ideas of what makes you feel happiest. Even if you're able to identify those things fairly quickly, I want you to take an extra 5 to 10 minutes to dive a bit deeper. Think about why those things make you happy and how you can incorporate them into your life more frequently. Now, this last idea is a bit of a two-parter, only because these things share a similar intent. I encourage you to find local events that interest you. That could be something as simple as a free concert, or something a bit more artsy like a sip and paint or a pottery class. I truly believe that art helps open up your mind and makes you think differently. By taking the time to be artistic and maybe even try something new, it could help you find what makes you happiest. Because maybe the only reason you haven't found that thing yet is because you haven't yet experienced it. The second part here is investing in a platform like Skillshare. Don't worry, this isn't an ad, this isn't sponsored, just an idea that I have. Since there are so many classes available on the Skillshare platform, it can really open up your possibilities to trying something new. And hey, who knows? The thing that can make you happiest may have been something you haven't experienced just yet. So don't get down on yourself if you struggled to find an answer to that question initially. Speaking for myself, there are things that I come across frequently that make me happy. And they're often things I never even knew about or tried before. Remember, finding the thing that makes you happiest may take some time. But don't close yourself off to the opportunity of finding it just because you're feeling discouraged. Try new things, experience life in ways you haven't before, and you will be truly surprised as to what you're met with. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this episode, please be sure to leave a review and share it with a friend. Comment down below to share your takeaways with others and join the email list from the link in the show notes. Until next time, stay motivated, be inspired, and don't forget to encourage others.